The idea came from, I get the real estate license. Before I even move forward to the real estate license, I tell my mom I'm dropping out of school. Dad takes us out to dinner again, a couple months down the road. Project fell through. That was never in the cards. I planned everything. I planned what shoes I was gonna wear. I planned what vacation I was gonna book. I didn't plan for a hiccup or a failure. One of the biggest somethings out of all the things that I really do attribute to either my success or where I'm at today is the realization that I own the rights to my own future. Nobody else is invested in what I do.
Yeah. Today's guest on the Thrive podcast is a definition of drive, ambition, and vision. At just 27 years old, Brandon Fontanez is making a name for himself in the world of real estate, dropping out of Rutgers University after just 1 year to chase a bigger dream. He got his start in real estate at just 18 years old, bought his first multifamily property at 23, and has sold close to $100 million in real estate. But what makes Brandon's story even more powerful is his unwavering faith. A man who gives all glory to God and someone who's built his success on values that go far beyond the numbers. Outside of the business grind, he's a creative soul and multi-passionate. He's an up-and-coming DJ, dancer, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and a passionate cook. And above all, he's a family man and an incredible friend to those around him. Please help me welcome Brandon Fontanez to the show. Brandon.
Hey.
Mr. Brandon Fontanez, welcome to the Thrive podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
I am so excited to have you here.
This is such a beautiful setup. I'm pumped about this.
We've we have a great producer here. We have a great production going on. I'm just so grateful for that.
Personal favorite, can I look at him when I'm doing this?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, good.
All right, so I am so happy to have you here. You are actually our first male guest of the season.
I'm proud of that.
So
thank you.
That says a lot.
It does. And when you told me, I was like, oh, am I gonna be the first for that? Thanks.
Okay, so we kind of went a little bit off to, like, in the intro, we're gonna explain how, a little bit about yourself, but I want the audience to hear from you.
Sure.
Brandon Fontanez, who are you? What do you do right now? I know you're 27 years old. You've made over or close to $100 million in real estate since you started. Yeah. Which is an incredible accomplishment. I am so proud of you, friend.
Thank you.
Truly, truly so proud of you.
It means a lot. Thank you.
How was life growing up for you, and how did you know you wanted to get into real estate?
Great question. So it really started, as far as how I grew up, with a very present mom.
Okay. We love Zoe.
Yes.
We love Zoe here.
So my mom was always home, thank God. She raised me and my sisters, and that was probably one of the most important parts of my development in my youth.
That.
My dad worked 2-3 jobs, always. Guy's a hustler. And honestly, he was the one that produced for the household. He was the one to make sure everybody's comfortable. We had a roof over our head, constantly had meals. We're good. Thank God for him. And my mom played the most important role of raising us. You know what I mean? Because especially being in real estate now, I get to see all these families that are hyper successful. They are making a ton of money. They have everything going for them, but they're not watering their seeds. What do I mean by that? Instead of having a present mom or a present father or having a household full of love, they're being raised by an au pair or a nanny. And I don't knock it because I understand what the hustle costs and what it takes. But I was really fortunate enough to have both parents there, and my mom was always home. She was going to be a police officer, funny enough. Like
oh my God, yes, I remember hearing that. Yes.
She went to the police academy, and then...
What a baddie.
Here am I.
What a baddie.
Yeah.
Your dad was like, nope.
He's like, I don't know about that. So then once I came into the picture, it was very much, okay, I'm going to stay home. Very proud of that. Very happy for that. That was what it was like.
Okay, so growing up, you had a present mother at home. Yeah. Dad was a provider, which was great. Did you feel like that made any difference in your upbringing, who you are now? How did that determine the course of your life, basically? Yeah, good question. So one thing about my parents, and honestly kind of speaking to their parenting style, they were very inclusive. Okay.
And what do I mean by that? They're including me in all conversations, good or bad. So the good side is almost treating me as an equal, even as a kid. So I was having a lot of high level conversations with the adults in my life.
I love that though.
Yeah, they always spoke to me like an adult, and I really appreciated that. And I feel like it carried through my childhood into my teenage years as an adult because I was used to communicating with the adults and communicating at a high level.
That makes a lot of sense knowing you.
Yeah,
like personally.
thanks.
Yeah.
But it started really young. And the bad side of it that I now look back at, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have been included in that, is like the financial problems or like economical problems of the household. How are we going to provide? Who does what?
Yeah.
How many hours are being worked in order to make this much money? And I became hyper fixated on how much money went out and how much money went in at a super young age.
At a very young age, right.
I feel like I grew up really quick because of that. So like even the little things that carried on to my adulthood, things as simple as me opening a menu and seeing how much the items are. We don't think about that much.
Yeah.
And regardless of how much money I make, I still look at like, why am I paying $48 for a pasta?
Yeah.
And I think, no, sorry.
Except for pasta?
Yeah. That's one of my beefs. Do you mind if I raise this a little bit?
No, you're good.
So that's one of the things that I think started at such a young age where it was, okay, I'm always going to be worried about the finances a bit. And that happened as a kid where they included me on the conversations and said, hey, we need to be a little more frugal in this case. We need to be more conservative in this case. So they included me on those conversations and it really helped with my development in that case, I believe.
Okay. Well, I love to hear that. And I know that you have 2 other siblings, right?
2 sisters.
4 sisters.
Older.
So you're the baby.
I am.
So 2 older sisters raised by present mom. Dad was a provider. Okay, I think I feel like that dynamic served you so well as a man, to be honest. I feel like even just like with having older sisters, probably like having that emotional like maturity and intelligence or maybe just seeing like what they kind of went through and like maybe just different dynamics of like what a family.
I grew up in the female dynamic.
Right.
And I feel that's given me like a nice picture on life too, because it was a lot more nurturing in the most beautiful way.
Yeah.
And also like little stuff like I'm more aware.
Yeah.
Like just how to maneuver, even in a relationship now. I feel like I learned so much front loaded, how to deal with certain situations, how to speak through it, how to be more vocal. Because like, look, the reality is this, I'm in a business now, not necessarily dominated by men, but even in just the field that I'm in, it's a lot of masculine energy.
Yeah, it's a lot of masculine energy for sure.
And here's the thing, one thing about men, being one, we step on our own toes all the time. Yeah. And we put our foot in our mouth and we decide to like just clench our teeth and just move forward and work. When in reality, the household that I grew up with being dominated by women, it was just very much like, hey, we're going to talk through this. Let's work it out. And I'm really thankful. I think
it served you so well.
I think so. I became a communicator because of it. I think it's a lot better. It serves my relationship really well.
Yeah, for sure. I think your friendships too, and even like your relationships with your clients. I feel like having that emotional maturity or intellect that probably you have been experiencing at a very young age probably definitely serves you and gives you kind of like gives you something different than maybe other men don't have in the field. So I think that probably definitely served you for sure.
I can see that.
Yeah. So how did, so you grew up in this dynamic. How did real estate get into the picture? Did you always know that you wanted to get into real estate?
No.
Okay.
No, that wasn't even in the cards at all. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be a police officer because obviously my dad, my mom, seeing that, I would always dress up as a cop as I was a kid, except for 1 year as a child, I was Woody, and I was Woody for 3 days.
Oh, that's so cute.
Did I ever tell you about that?
No.
So I was dressed as Woody for 3 days straight. Like I'm talking about full on fit, and I wouldn't take off this cowboy fit. Then I was a police officer for the rest of the time. And then I got a little bit older and I wanted to get into law, but I didn't want to be a police officer. It was just something about it that I was like, nah, it's not for me. Not for me. I saw how it affected my dad too, because it's hard to work all day and night catering for other people and caring for other people and protecting other people. Then you get home and you don't have much left in the tank to take care of your family and be emotionally available because you're drained. I didn't want that. I wanted something for myself that would be fulfilling. I'm able to help people achieve a similar goal without coming home and being drained. So I picked lawyer. Hindsight being 2020, that doesn't make sense either. But I went to school for a year, and I'll kind of get into that story, how I got into real estate from there. So my dad comes up with an opportunity. Like I said, my dad's a hustler, police officer. He's also a contractor, kind of like a GC, like a general contractor. And where we live, if you have enough licenses as a contractor, you could become a builder.
Okay.
This is where the fun starts. So he says, I'm going to be a builder now. Let me get my building license. Actually picks up a project. The guy can talk himself through anything, which is great. I feel like I got a little bit of those qualities too.
For sure.
So with this guy, sells a developer, boom, ends up developing a project in Guttenberg. 21 units, beautiful place.
Okay.
Starts off and he said, listen, I need like a floor manager. You're of age, you could do it. And this is going to pay you like 70 grand for a semester. So I said,
okay, so you're in your first year of college.
First year of college.
And this developing situation came about.
Exactly.
Opportunity. Okay.
So near the end of that first year in college, he says, listen, we need a floor manager. I'm taking out financial aid.
Okay.
So my next year is covered already
Okay.
for a certain portion. And I'm also working at the restaurant at the time, making like 10, 12 grand a year. Here's where the wheels start turning. But okay, making 12 grand in the restaurant. I can make 70 grand for the semester. Who cares if I get financial aid?
Right.
I'm rich. I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
We're not rich.
Yeah, for sure.
But at that number, at
You're
that
just
age,
like, yep, I'm
18
rich.
years old,
Yeah.
70 grand, I'm like, bro, I'm going to be able to go on vacation here, there. I'm going to
You're
Europe.
like, I'm set.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So I didn't think about taxes apparently. Whatever. So then I had this genius plan. Okay, I'll drop out of school for just one semester. I'll be able to pay for the spring semester out of pocket because I'm rich. We're making the money. And then from there, I said, okay, what if whatever we build or develop, I get a real estate license for, and I'll be able to sell or rent whatever we have coming up. So now my $85,000 or $82,000 mind that we just added up from restaurant and also development, I can make like $150,000 if I sell everything. Realistically, if I sold 21 units, it would be a lot more. But now I'm like, okay, I'm thinking of $1 million plan.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. Do you know, at that point, did you know anyone who was a real estate agent?
No.
No, okay.
No, nobody that I knew, immediate family, friends, nobody was in
Okay.
real estate. It was just the idea because I said, all right, we have a project that could be sold or rented. Who's going to get hired for that position?
Yeah.
Who fits in that role?
Yeah.
So I said, why not me? Like,
Yeah, that's so savvy of you to actually be thinking that way at such a young age with no
Yeah.
mentor or no like guidance
Yeah.
at the time, you know?
It was just the idea because I'm like, if I'm going to be in that realm to begin with, if I'm in the kitchen, why am I not
might
eating
as well
too?
get,
Let me snack on something
yeah,
here.
for sure.
So that's where the idea came from. I get the real estate license. I start, well, before I even move forward to the real estate license, I tell my mom I'm dropping out of school. I was going to be the only one that was going to complete college out of the whole family. Now, since then, my sister went to college and completed school, so I'm super proud of her and happy that at least somebody did it to make my mom happy.
Yeah.
My mom was livid.
Oh my God.
We're at this restaurant. She's cursing in 2 different languages. She's screaming. We're in this sushi spot in Edgewater.
The Cuban came out of her?
I don't know what came out, but it was not holy. It was something else. I was like, oh my God, this woman's tearing me apart. So now, fast forward. Finally, at the end of the night, she's like, Pa, do you know what you're doing? Like, are you really going to drop out of college to pick up this job with your father and then work in the restaurant? Like,
Yeah.
what does this make sense?
Yeah.
Because I gave her the whole game plan. And something possessed me to say, yeah, I
Yeah.
know exactly what I'm doing. No, I didn't. She lets me drop out.
Okay.
Now I'm getting the real estate license. I'm working on the project. And now my plan is finally working out.
In motion. We're in
Yeah.
motion.
I got the restaurant. I got the development job. And I got my real estate license working. So I'm crushing. I'm like, this is all going to plan. Dad takes us out to dinner again a couple months down the road. Project fell through.
We didn't think about that.
That was never in the cards. I planned everything. I planned what shoes I was going to wear. I planned what vacation I was going to book. I planned everything. Everything to the T. But I didn't plan for a hiccup or a failure.
Ooh, well, that was your first lesson there.
Oh, that helped. That helped.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then, obviously, Mom's pissed again.
Oh, Mom is like...
Because now we finished 2 phases of the job, which was great. We made some money off of that. Nowhere near the 70 grand. Nowhere near even 5 grand, to be honest. We get replaced from that job, and now I have a real estate license that I have no idea what to do with.
Yeah.
And I have the restaurant job that I'm only making 12 grand with. And school's done now. That's out of the books.
Yeah.
Because I signed out. My FAFSA, my financial aid is gone.
Yeah.
Or I could take it at a discount, but I can't afford that. I guess we're waiting the year. So I wait out the year. And through the restaurant, I just started asking everybody, restaurant managers, anybody that came in that I knew, like repeat clients. I was like, hey, do you know anybody in real estate? Because I got a license now and I don't know where to start, hang it, do anything with it. A restaurant manager tells me, I know this guy on the waterfront. He's like the big dude down here. Let's get you connected with him. And that was my first lesson of networking. Meeting people, talking with people. It doesn't matter who you are.
Asking around anyone in your network. Yeah.
It doesn't cost you anything. It is a free resource for anybody to do. You can get into rooms with anybody that you don't even belong in those rooms. But if you're nice enough, humble, and really open to learn, they'll put you anywhere. So to make a long story short, I meet this guy. He basically tells me to F off because I know nothing. I end up interviewing with a couple other brokers because after that interview and I got my butt flamed, I said, let me Google all the questions for brokers. Like, what are they going to ask me? Because I came in that one unprepared. So now I'm selling myself to the brokers and I changed the script completely. So now I look like I knew what I was doing. So every broker that interviewed me said, oh, how long have you been in the business? I'm like, 48 hours. But at least I looked like I knew what I was talking about. At least I played the part. And that was my second lesson. If you want to be something or be somewhere, you have to embody that before you're actually receiving those blessings.
Oh my God, yes. I'm so happy that you actually mentioned that. Yeah.
It's important because you ever heard the term you look good, you play good?
Yeah, I like that.
It stems from baseball. Like always go with like your nice pants, your socks are always clean, your glove looks good. And if you feel good going out there, you're going to perform.
Yeah, correct.
Because now you have that expectation.
Yeah, I agree.
So I dressed the part, I spoke the part, I researched the part before I even belonged in there. So that helped. That was my second lesson. To make the long story, super long story, even shorter, I loop back with this guy. I'm like, hey, I learned X, Y, and Z. I kept seeing him in the restaurant. Stayed in contact. Follow-up is important. He says, let me interview you one more time. He meets me with his director of sales and his lead agent at the time. I was now 18 turning 19. He says, I want to have you on the team.
Okay.
I became the lead agent with their group within 2 years and had a 5 or 6 year career with them.
Oh, wow.
Until I created my own thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So that's the story about real estate. Sorry, it was a long one.
No, but that kind of really guided us a little bit towards your beginnings and kind of how you navigated yourself. I thought you always had maybe like a mentor or someone who guided you at the beginning. Yeah. But it sounds like you really tried to find your way through not really knowing much about the career path that you were going into, but you somehow made it through.
Didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Didn't know anything.
Yeah.
But I think knowing all things involved with what you're going to do is not as important as the willingness to learn.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because if you have the ability to learn it, you can learn it. And if you can learn it, you can succeed in it.
Yeah. It's always like the willingness too.
There has to be a motivation with what you're doing. Like, do you like doing it? Do you enjoy doing it? And do you see yourself doing it well? Then go do it.
Okay. So now you are in this new brokerage. You stay there for about 5 to 6 years. Yeah. What do you feel like made the biggest impact in your success as a first-time real estate agent?
What a good question. So laying the dynamic out, I'm working under somebody.
Okay.
I'm working under somebody that embodies the position that I want to be in. So I already have proximity to it.
Right.
It's already radiating onto me.
Yeah.
I already know what I want. I've identified it and I see what it takes and how it can take a toll on you. So I studied that. And I was victim of it too. There's a thin line of being mentored and almost becoming a victim.
Okay.
I'm going somewhere with this.
I feel like I can,
Because now it's either you're going to take that and say, I want that and I'll double it and I'll succeed and crush in that position, or you'll shy away from it and you'll say, okay, that's really hard.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm ready to take that on. And I fell victim of just sitting there and looking at my hopes and dreams and shying away from it because
Maybe it felt too out of reach for you at the time.
Yeah. And also if you don't have positive reinforcement from the outside coming in and you don't have it coming from within either, you'll get scared.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't have the right mentor in that position. Great guy, great mentor in a weird way. He taught me everything to do and not to do in the opposite way.
Okay.
So he would teach you what to do. He would implement the complete opposite. And I learned the wrong things but I learned how bad that could be if you implement those wrong things.
Correct, right. Sometimes you learn, like your greatest lessons are things that you watch and you're just like, that's not what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch somebody else burn their hand on the stove.
Yeah.
I know it's hot. I don't need to do it myself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you take from what you like from it or what you don't like from it.
Yeah. And after years of seeing it, something just clicked. And one of the biggest somethings out of all the things that I really do attribute to either my success or where I'm at today is the realization that I own the rights to my own future. Nobody else is invested in what I do.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
It's me. So when I realized that, I said, oh, everything I put out in the world is my doing. So I have to take responsibility for it and accountability for it. But if I hold the reins, I can make whatever I want out of this. I can make the most of the situation. So when it just clicked, if I have the keys to my own vehicle, why do I insist on parking on the worst block? I don't have to be here. It's my choice. So then it's just a lot of internal versus external.
Yeah.
Can I drive myself to make those decisions and take responsibility for them? Because now everything I produce is my doing.
Correct.
And it just kind of clicked. And then that's where I left my team and I said, I'm going to create something. I'm going to create my own company. I'm going to do my own real estate. I'm going to do my own business. And I never looked back.
Okay.
And that carries with everything, every single venture that I do. And now everything I do, I want to do well.
Yeah. Well, congrats. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Sometimes those decisions and those pivots can be so daunting at first. Do you feel like you made that decision pretty quickly or was it like throughout a course of a few years or some months?
Good question. That was a slow release.
Okay.
It really was because it's talking yourself up and saying, hey, can I actually do this?
Yeah.
And really, I'd like to attribute that to the woman I decided to be with and chose me too.
Yeah.
She pushed me a lot because she saw how unhappy I was in the spot that I was in. And she's like, babe, why are you there?
You have so much potential, so much in you. And
she hated seeing it because I was on those morning meetings and I'm like, I don't want to be here. I don't like this. I don't feel good. I don't feel confident.
Right.
And it was hurting me. So a strong woman by your side will make a world of a difference.
Oh my God, yes.
Andrea Kawal, I love you. So
we're
gonna take that last name, but it's fine. But yeah, no, sorry, I'm throwing it there.
Cut that off.
Cut that off. No.
Okay. So we're talking about a few obstacles that you've had during your real estate career and your journey. How do you feel like you faced that? So it sounds like obviously having that positive reinforcement from a very healthy relationship, very healthy partner can really attribute and help you throughout this path of making tough, difficult decisions. But how do you feel like you overcame some of these obstacles in real estate, whether it was that pivot that you had to make or just any other things throughout your journey?
Good question. So almost drawing back from our previous point and piggybacking off of that, if I have the keys and I own the rights to my future and everything is now my responsibility, I can no longer point fingers.
Right.
I don't have the power to do that anymore because now if I start blaming others because it is the easiest.
Yeah, it is very easy to do that. Yeah.
It's easy just saying, all right, I didn't get this promotion because this chick passed me up.
Correct. Yeah.
I didn't get this job because this person overlooked me. Or the way that I grew up is not allowing me to progress. I don't communicate because my ex or whatever.
Yeah.
There's so many things that you could blame, but now you've picked up an involuntary partner in your success and your failures. So it feels good to blame somebody else when you fail.
Yeah.
Because now at least you share that blame. It wasn't always me, it was somebody else.
So many people do that. So many people, it's so easy for that to happen.
Until they realize, okay, if something does work, now I have to share all these jerks in my success? No, that's not fair. Because if I'm going to point at somebody and blame them, I also have to give them praise for the things that I produce in the world. Internal versus external. I realized that I have no control over the outside factors. All I could control is the internal and how I react to it. So that changed everything. Now I have to take accountability. I have to be responsible for everything I do. And if something doesn't work out, I have to blame myself.
Yeah.
I blame myself for everything. You have to. And it's not healthy I'll be honest. I'm sure therapists will come on here and be like, hey, you shouldn't blame yourself for everything. But I feel like it really is a big factor in some of the successes I found. And even when there is a hurdle, I have to identify it first.
Yeah.
Okay. If I have to pivot, or if there's a hurdle or a problem in my job, there's a problem with a business, there's a problem with one of my clients, whatever it may be, I have to take responsibility and say, okay, what can I do to change it?
Yeah.
Or what can I do to fix it? Or if I can't and it's out of my control completely, leave it alone. It's out of my control.
Yeah.
Why am I going to stress about it?
How do you feel like you were working through this? Like, were you kind of like did you have any sort of like mindset mentor, or did you go to therapy, or was it just navigating or having certain people around you that really helped you throughout this?
It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress because I also understand I'm not perfect. So I'm going to fall into these cases where I do blame somebody. I'm going to fall into these cases where I do fall victim of the external. It happens. We're human. If I don't beat myself up over stumbling once in a while, I can't have a successful run. You know? So I think it's a couple of different things, especially now. Introducing God into my life. And that's been a really recent change over the last year and a half.
I love that for us.
Yeah. And really seeing you grow into it as well. Like it's beautiful. There's a lot of lessons that I get from church where I'm like, okay, wow, I have to start thinking about God in my position a lot more. So Proverbs 3:6, include God in all things you do. And that's been a big conversation in everything I do. Now I'm like, okay, is this something that's meant for me? Is this something that God would commission for me to do? Then yeah, okay, I'm in. And all these obstacles seem so minuscule when you start thinking about the grand scale of things. All right. There's someone protecting me from all things outside of my control.
Yeah.
That's God. Okay, so I'm good there. I don't have to worry about judgment of all the things that I do because I'm taking responsibility for all my actions and everything I put out there. And when I go home, I have a healthy relationship that I communicate with and talk through all my problems.
Yeah.
Communicating is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
One more point on that. How you speak to yourself when things are going wrong. You have to practice that.
Oh, 100%.
Because it's easy to just say, oh, damn, I messed that up. And it's me. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. It's my fault. And yes, I understand. Like taking responsibility does come with that toll. But how you speak to yourself through that and how you walk yourself through that, like, okay, this is what I'm going to implement. Writing things down, identifying the problem and identifying the solution is super important. So just working through it. It's a work in progress always.
Yeah, I feel like in the last year or so, I did the same exact thing. I was going through a lot of different transitions, pivoting, and also entering and putting God and my faith at the center of it all. And I feel like when you go from that, perspective, it just kind of, you surrender a little bit more to things that you really can't control, right? Of relationships, friendships, deals, anything. And I feel like I'm so grateful for you also going through that journey as well, because I know God is working in both of our lives and from, the people around us and stuff like that. So I love that now you're able to kind of move forward in life and in your business and any projects that you put out and know that God is at the center, because it really just, I don't know, it just calms you down a little bit. It gives you that peace that even no matter where you are right now, no matter if there's life looks a little chaotic or things are not going exactly to plan, you know that you're good. Yeah. It's all part of the process. God has a better plan for you. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it sucks right now doesn't mean it's not going to get better.
Oh, yeah.
And when things are really, 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 really bad, if you could talk yourself through it and say, all right, I can get through this. I don't care what comes up next. We're good.
Yeah.
Because this is, if I could overcome that, now I could overcome that problem always. Old mentor told me a while back, a $1 problem is super significant if you only have 10 cents in your pocket.
True. Yeah.
Then you got $1 and now you have to worry about $10 problems. And you can keep multiplying.
Yeah.
That. So what I thought was a $10,000 problem back in the day, now I was like, all right, I have to foot a bill for $10,000. It's not a problem. And now we're on to a $50,000 problem and a $100,000 problem. And I keep looking to tackle the biggest thing now so I could overcome that. Because once you do it once, that's it.
Yeah.
running once you hit your first 10 miles.
Yeah,
Once you
that's
hit your
true.
first
It becomes a
marathon.
little easier.
And like, I did that already.
Yeah.
I can run 5 miles easy.
Mm-hmm.
You just create benchmarks in your life
Yeah.
that you overcame, that you achieved that, and now you can keep moving forward.
Yeah. Okay. So my next question for you is, in a world and industry, the industry that you're in right now, that celebrates hustle that comes at any cost, how do you stay grounded and centered in your own personal values in your journey towards success?
Beautiful. That's an awesome, awesome question. God's at the front of it. That's number one.
Yeah.
Because this is worldly success and worldly possessions that
That's
we're worried
true.
about.
Yeah.
And that's not going to come with us later on.
Yeah.
It's not. So what are the things that I have to really prioritize? God, my family, the people I support around me, my friends, the kind of footprint that I'm leaving behind in the world. There's a bigger why than just being successful and hustling. And trust me, I was that guy. All the motivational videos.
Where do you feel like that changed for you?
I think it's when I found God and when I started my own business.
Okay.
Because now I don't have to worry about what their big why is.
Okay.
Because when you have a boss or when you have somebody you look up to or when you have that kind of mentor that you're also working for, your priority is their priority.
Correct.
So
yeah.
whatever vision and mission statement they create is now your roadmap. I've created my own with my own business. And now the people that work with me or work for me, they're a part of that world and they understand what I find important. It might not be their roadmap, so sooner or later they're going to have to move on. And I've already had people rotate in and out of my team, in and out of my company, and that's okay.
It happens, yeah.
They grow. They have to create their own path. And if you could align with me and follow my path, great. My path is very simple. I prioritize God. I prioritize my family. I really prioritize my own self-love too. If there's no room for me to love myself, then I have no space to love others. So I have to do things for me sometimes. And being selfish with that a little bit. Being able to take my Sundays off and go to church, get out, have lunch with my girlfriend. Like there's a lot of things that I really enjoy in my life that has created that internal peace. I'm doing things that I have fun with and I love. Have to be selfish sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's the only way you stay grounded, because now if you're working for somebody else that their mindset is hustle, work, and work yourself to the ground, it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
I even tell people now on my team, I'd rather you give me a consistent 80% of yourself than 100% sometimes.
Yeah. That's true.
Give me a good performance that you could be sustainable in.
Yeah.
What can you do for longevity reasons? Not, he just went hard for a week.
Right. And then next week it's a whole different person.
Oh, please. Yeah. I hate that. We used to call them, what was it? Like when I used to play football, it was like winter warriors. Like they were really good at camp and really good at practice. And then game time, they're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Give me your best.
Yeah.
But don't give me 100% that's not sustainable. I think that's important. Really, really important.
Okay. I love that. So do you feel like that changed after you found more success in real estate? Do you feel like at the beginning of anyone's career or maybe your career, that switch obviously had to be different? Like, were there any sacrifices that you've had to make at the beginning of your career versus now that maybe not a lot of people witness?
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah. Great point there. So I'm in the position now to talk to you about self-love, self-care, prioritizing your time, taking your Sundays off, treating your family right, going to church, seeing God. All of these things that are good and healthy, there are a lot of boxes to check off. And if you don't have the time to prioritize each one and really write it out, it's difficult. You're in that position when you first start. So when I first started real estate, it was a constant grind. So that mindset of like hustle was super important. And I don't regret it one bit. Although I'm still hustling just as much, I'm working significantly less and producing 10 times more than I was when I first started. So you have to recognize that there's a learning curve to it of being able to balance your life out and prioritize the right things and time block the right things for yourself to be successful. Like what we're doing right now. If I was in the beginning of my career, there's no way I can carve out an hour, 3 hours. I would be on the phone showing rentals, showing sales, showing rentals, showing sales, trying to close a client, trying to get an investor. I was hustling my butt off. So I get it that in the beginning, you're still finding yourself. So what really matters in the beginning is hustle and run yourself into the ground.
Yeah.
And then bounce back. And it's almost like a Phoenix moment. Like you have to burn out. You have to fly close to the sun sooner or later and just say, all right, this is too much. I found the boundary of what's too far in that hustling game.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think it's also important for people to hear that, like, where you are now versus where you first started, because maybe a lot of people who are listening to this are like, hey, I'm on those first early steps.
Sucks.
And yeah,
Sucks.
it's a grind. It's a grind. It's late nights, early mornings. Like it's sacrificing a lot of family time, relationship time, your own time. It's a lot of sacrifices. So, but it's needed for a temporary season.
It's important, and it's a hurdle that you're going to overcome because right now that first part of your run is going to suck. And you're doing work that you don't want to work. You're doing things that you really don't want to do. You're pleasing people that you just don't like. Like there's a lot of stuff that you have to take on the chin and recognize that it's not all sunshine and beautiful fields. Not yet. You're watering dirt right now.
Yeah.
And it's tough because you're like, dude, this is just smelly mulch I'm working with. And then you make your garden.
Yeah.
And I can start trimming things and start taking out the weeds. And there's a lot of care and love that goes into being successful. And trust me, don't take this success route from me of saying I'm the most successful guy, because there's people that are light years away from me. And I'm sure those people will look at me and tell me like, hey, you got a lot more of that season to go through. And I'm sure, I know, I'm aware. But I'm taking it in strides.
Yeah. Okay. So if someone is interested in learning to invest in real estate or towards a better financial future, what kind of key principles would you give them at maybe like at any stage of their life right now? If they wanted to like invest into real estate.
This is with anything. Your cup is empty and you don't know anything.
Right.
That's it. Stop going into things saying, one statement that I despise, and I recommend everyone just strike it from your vocabulary. I know. I hate when people tell me that. I know. Oh no, I know. No, you don't, and that's okay. We're human. You don't know, and that's fine. So I need you to understand that every time I tell you something or anybody else tells you something, take it with, oh, nice, okay, I get it. I see where you're coming from. It's not a yes, but it's a yes, and. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Feed my brain. Like you shouldn't tell people, I know, because then it cuts them off and just, you might miss like a golden nugget just because you're telling them, oh yeah, I know. Just out of fear of not knowing. Why? There's a beauty in being humble and saying, I don't know. Can you teach me? So with the investment stuff, you have to recognize everything that you learn is almost out the window because they're not teaching you investments. There's a reason why in school and personal finance, they're not teaching you how to write a check. Even in college, they're not telling you how to allocate your money. You're learning how to be a millionaire from people that are making 70 grand a year. You have to recognize that and say, okay, these people can't teach me. This person can't teach me. Where can I learn? You got to read books. You got to find a mentor. You have to seek knowledge. Go to these expos, go to these conferences and just talk to people. Find the people that know the information you're seeking and just try to absorb it like a sponge. With the investment stuff in real estate, there's a lot of stuff that people could reach out to me for, and I'll tell them, like, I'm in a blessed position that I picked such a, not a unique field, but a field that is not common knowledge. How to buy a house, no one ever taught you. How to invest in real estate and what makes it a good investment, nobody taught you. The same thing with like the private equity guys or the bankers. Like there's so many nuances that you just don't know yet. But if you find the people to explain to you and you come with open arms and say, hey, I'll provide you value, I'll work for free. I'll do anything to find out the information that you've learned from somebody else. Help me. Be willing to be helped. That's it.
So basically just come out with like an open mind and seek the information, whether that's from a book, a mentor, a networking event, anything.
Oh, yeah. And also just stop trying to be smart. Like you ever seen those books in like Barnes and Noble's Invest for Dummies? We're all dummies.
Yeah.
Good. You should be a dummy in everything. Just, all right, how can I learn that? Investing in real estate is a very easy start. It starts with knowledge. And then, of course, people talk themselves out of it because they'll say, this is the most common thing I hear. I don't have the money to invest yet.
Yeah.
Sure. But you also don't have the knowledge. So what's stopping you from going to get it?
Yeah.
Learn about it now. Give me a call. Shoot me an email. Try to find out from me. I'll help. And there's going to be some stuff that I'm stumped on. But dude, I'm in the business now. So at least I know who to get the answers from.
Right.
So Start there. Start with the knowledge aspect.
Love
Don't
that.
worry about the finances.
Love that. Next question is, so when you think about your legacy that you'd like to leave behind, what does that mean for you?
Oh,
I feel like we talked a lot about like your vision, which I truly do enjoy that.
yeah.
I would like to know, like, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
I really want to leave a positive footprint in the world. And I know it's not all going to come from finances and all the hustle and all the working that I'm doing and all the money that we're making and how much I invest and X, Y, and Z. But I want to create comfortability for generations to come. I want them to look at their grandfather, great grandfather, and be like, wow, thank God Brandon put in that work, because now we're a little more comfortable because of that. I want to raise my kids in a household full of love. I think about my future kids a lot. I think that's because I found a partner that I could see myself having kids with finally. And I think about what they would think of me. And I want to leave this world knowing that I left a positive impact behind. And I helped people. And people saw me as a resource.
Yeah.
It's a selfless goal, but I know that I want to do that for selfish reasons. I want to do it for me. I saw on I think it was David Goggins, funny enough, military guy. He writes a book. And this was during COVID. I'm listening to an audio book of this guy. And he brings up this point, nothing to do with scripture, but all to do with God. And he says, my biggest fear was me getting to heaven's gates. And there's probably 2 or 3 angels that are there with a little clipboard. And this is so funny to me. And it's such like a personified version of what heaven's going to be. But it's funny because it's so human.
Yeah.
A few angels there with a clipboard checking off boxes. So Brandon passed away at this time. Brandon's achievements. What Brandon put out in the world. How much money Brandon made. How many people love Brandon? How many people did Brandon love? How much did he weigh at his best?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. These are all the things that we're just so caught up in.
Silly things. And what I'm terrified of is I get there and these angels start reading off a list of all these successes that I could have had and I didn't do. Because God has a plan. And if I'm not following it, I might fall off and do something completely different and not leave the legacy behind that I wanted. And my potential is what terrifies me.
Yeah, same.
I could do that and I was capable enough to achieve all those things and I didn't. You commissioned all of this and I didn't leave any of that behind. That's what scares me.
Yeah.
So that is what I think about often. Imagine somebody filming your life. Do you want them to film a success story or do you want them to film this tragic thriller or this movie that just you think about like, wow, I feel bad for that character? No. Not me. I want to take part in a success film.
Yeah.
I want this to feel like The Pursuit of Happiness. Remember the movie with Will Smith? I think about that. I want people to look at that and say like, damn, dude, if he could do it.
Right.
If not them, why not me?
Yeah.
And I have control over that. That's what I want to leave behind.
I love that.
Thanks.
Thank you for sharing that and being so open and vulnerable. And I feel like it's so powerful because I feel like that is one of my greatest fears also, is just like literally going to heaven and not like kind of wasting away my potential. Because it can be so easy. It can be easier to waste away your potential and not go for it than actually go for it and sticking with it. Because it's a daily choice.
No.
You know?
You could choose that easy route now that's just so simple and just makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel good temporarily. But then you're struggling when you're 60 and 70 years old. And you look back and say, damn, I was that young, full of potential, full of life, full of love, and I didn't give it all out. Yeah. I didn't leave it all out there. I can't. It scares me.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're doing it. You're definitely doing
Thanks.
it. I think just being in your, in part of your circle and just being one of your friends, I'm just so grateful for having you at such proximity and just being able to pick your brain and just share, like your family's like my family. I feel like I'm a part of it. So I'm so grateful to be a part of your life also. And just like sitting down and having this conversation, you are creating that impact and you are helping people who are taking the time to listen to what you have to say and like your journey, because there's so much impact in that, because someone can be, you know, going for a walk right now or in their bedroom and feeling like giving up, and they listen to your story, and it might just give them that extra push that they need.
Please
to
don't
not give up. So
please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't give up.
Yeah.
Please don't. You'll never stop regretting it. Mm-hmm. And if you realize that, what if it's one more thing I have to do?
Literally, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That gets to me so much that it's just, I'm one person away, I'm one activity away, I'm one thing away from completely changing my life. So why not try more things?
Yeah.
Get up, get out there. I know it sucks, and sometimes you just gotta just lick your wounds and get out there and just say, all right, I don't feel good at all. And that's okay. It's fine. I'm not 100% all the time either. At all. And I'm a bubbly personality. You know how I am.
Yeah.
And sorry, to your previous point, thank you for being a part of my life. Really. And thank you for being a part of Andrea's life too. Like, I really appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate you being around us, because like having somebody like you around, it's just nice. It knows that we're surrounding ourselves with good people and godly people and people that mean well. Like, you see us, and I know you genuinely mean. There was another thing I was watching the other day. This got to me so bad. How many people can you call for when you need help? Okay?
Yeah. You guys can always call.
No. But think about this. How many people can I call when things are going really, really well?
Yeah.
And
that's so true.
I just want to share.
That is so true.
Not that many people.
Yeah, because people will be there when it's good.
Yeah. But how many people can I call and say, hey, dude, I just won an award.
Yeah.
And like, I'm really pumped.
Yeah.
And I just want someone to kind of be happy for me too. And I feel like you'd be happy for us.
Yeah.
And that's so dope. That's so nice that we have somebody like you around.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
You.
So we're going to lighten up the mood.
Let's do it.
So we're going to do a few rapid fire questions. I didn't send it over to you.
Good. Don't. No. Oh no. I'm going to say something. I'm just fixing this up.
Okay. So you're ready?
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So it's going to be a little easy. It's not going to be too bad.
Go.
Morning person or night owl?
I'm a night owl. But
oh yeah, for sure.
But my business, I have to be a morning person.
Yeah.
Don't speak to yourself so negatively and say I suck at that. Or I'm not a morning person. Yeah, that's
so true. Like, don't label yourself as such, because
that sticks.
Yeah.
That sticks.
Yeah.
Like, you ever tell yourself, like, I'm so bad at this?
Yeah.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You just never practiced at it. So stop saying that.
That's so true.
Because now you put yourself at a disadvantage at all times.
Yeah.
So I stopped saying I'm not a morning person. I am a night owl, and I will be a morning person when I want to be.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. I love that question. I love that answer.
Yeah.
Okay. So book that changed your life.
Book that changed my life. I really think it was that book with David Goggins. I think it's Can't Hurt Me.
Ooh.
That was one of them. Think and Grow Rich.
By Napoleon.
Sorry, I love that you asked me that. There's a few. Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Oh, that one changed it for me.
That one's hard to get through. That one's really hard to get through, because this is going to sound mean. It's not mean. It's just reality.
No, it's reality.
I had the poor dad in that book.
I did too.
And I never had the rich dad to guide me around. So I was always in pursuit of that.
You might be the rich dad.
I'm going to be, no. I'm going to be the rich dad. You
are the rich dad.
I'm the rich dad. I'm not rich. No, it's weird to say. But I will be the rich dad explaining to kids, like, hey, you don't have to just work with school. You don't have to work with labels. You don't have to be put in that box. You could do whatever you want.
Yeah. That was a book that changed my life as well. Okay, so next question. What is one thing that you value now that you didn't before?
Time with God.
Okay.
Time with God. I didn't realize how important it was in my life. I was always faithful, and I always had faith behind me. But it wasn't until I really went to church and like found God and found Jesus and introduced him into my life and said, wow, I've been missing this.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody. I've never been like the preacher guy, like, oh, come to church, come to church, come to church.
Yeah.
But when people tell me like, hey, Brandon, you have like this difference about you, this patience or this like glow, I think they call it. I'm like, yeah, I've been going to church.
Yeah.
I found something more important than just myself.
Yeah. Do you feel like God found you at a low point in life or at a high point?
The perfect point.
The perfect point. Okay.
it was when I needed him most and I didn't realize it because I thought things were going great.
Yeah.
And they were terrible. But I didn't realize it. So in my eyes, he caught me at a high point.
Yeah.
In other people's eyes, they caught me at a low point. But in his eyes, it was just
The perfect
right
point.
on time.
I love that.
Right on time.
Perfect. Next question. What does thriving in life mean to you?
Doing things I enjoy unapologetically.
Love that.
I don't want to explain myself to anybody why I'm having a good time. Because I worked for it. I loved my people right. I put out good in the world. I'm going to go have a glass of champagne in St. Bart's and nobody's going to stop me.
You don't got to explain yourself. Yeah.
No one's going to send me an email like, why are you doing this? Why are you in my business? Sorry.
Love that. Love that answer. What is one thing you are working towards in your personal life?
Being better at business, starting more businesses while maintaining this pace that I have with my family, the love of my life, my household, and really caring about the things that are important to me and still be able to double business.
Love that.
Because in reality, it's not about the money, but it is about that wealth and comfortability. Like I don't have to worry about my rent anymore. I don't have to worry about who's going to pay my health insurance, who's going to pay my car. Like all that stuff is covered. And now the rest is gravy. I love that. Like I love being able to live comfortably and like put good out there. Like taking my family out to dinner and not having to scramble around. Like who's going to pay this bill? Like I got it. I got it. That's probably stemming from how I grew up of like worrying about who bought what. Like, oh, I got a margarita. I got the appetizer. Like, no, I got the bill. Shut up. Leave me alone. Like I want to be able to live that life and still love my family and worry about what's important to me and still double the business in the background.
Okay. Love that. Outside of work, what are some hobbies or activities that bring you joy?
I got a lot.
I know he's a little multi-passionate.
Yeah. I got a lot because early on I realized like, okay, if I like something and I practice at something, I can get good at it. I can get good at anything I put my mind to. I probably won't be a pro basketball player, but damn, I could probably shoot a couple threes. So like jujitsu, I love jujitsu. Martial arts itself, jujitsu and Muay Thai are probably one of my favorite downtimes. A great workout. It's created peace in my life. Knowing that I could handle myself in any situation is really nice. Cooking. I love cooking. I love cooking.
I've been blessed.
Yeah. She knows. It's a labor of love, but it's cool because it's my love language, being able to like make a good meal for the people I love. That's so cool. And also it's a lot healthier. Seeing the ingredients that you're putting in your food. Like it's really changed my life where my day-to-day is just a lot more comfortable. I don't have to go get a Chipotle bowl. I'll make it at home. You know what I mean? Like a steak, I'll pull out. Like I can make that. I don't have to go to a restaurant for it. Like that's cool. It's ruined my restaurant experience though. Fair warning.
Yeah, that's so true.
Because I'll go to a spot and I'm like, why did I just spend $600 here? I could have done this at home for 50 beans. You know what I mean? It just bothers me. Music. I DJ a lot and I love it. I love it. It brings me so much joy. Like, cause I grew up around music. My mom was a disco queen. My dad loved rock music. You've seen both. And being able to like play music for people.
And your mom sings.
She sings.
Yes. I don't think I've heard her sing yet, but I've heard she sings.
You've never heard her sing?
I don't think so, no.
Oh no, we gotta change that.
Yeah.
We'll have to have a backyard party. I'll set up the karaoke thing. She could sing.
Uh-huh.
That woman's got some pipes on her.
Love that.
I can't sing. I can.
I feel like you have some lung capacity there.
A little bit. But yeah, those are my hobbies. Going to church too. I don't even want to call it a hobby. It's just a part of my life. But yeah, it's an activity that I really enjoy doing.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, we're pretty much wrapping up now.
Nice. Thank you.
So
Time
much.
flew. I'm sure we've been here a while.
It was such a good conversation, and I just pray and hope that so many people on their walk as they're getting ready for work or on their drive to work or wherever they're going, that they really just tap into this conversation and this episode, share it with a friend, because we truly are two people who are coming together who really just want to serve God and honor our potential and reach our dreams, and also honor our family, because I'm the same way as well. And I just wish that someone can take so much, even if it's just one thing out of this episode. And hopefully it changes their lives. And I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you and Andrea. I'm so happy for what you guys are going to be building in the future. And I'm just so happy to be a part of that as well. And thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me. And thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
Just the podcast in general, like what you're putting out there, the good you're putting out there, how many different, like the diversity of speakers is really nice too.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what business they're in or what field they're in. Like you're putting a lot of good out there. Let's say there's 1,000 things or 1,000 nuggets, we'll call them. Somebody might take 5 and it's going to change their life. Yeah. Just keep doing this. This
Thank you
is
so much.
good.
That means so much to me. Yeah. How can someone connect with you? Do you know your social handle or?
Yeah, my social handle on Instagram, you can shoot me a DM. It has my email on there, my cell phone number. It's I am Brandon Fontanez. And my company is called Oak and Shore Real Estate. Anything you need with real estate, business questions, life advice, whatever. Perfect. Reach out, please.
We'll put that in the show notes for everyone.
I love that.
Thank you so much. I love you.
Thank you. Love you too. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you.